call. It's the Purium Lifestyle Call, typically hosted by Amy and myself, but I will be standing in running solo tonight, and there's a good reason for that. Today's subject is men's defense, and that is a subject that I think I'm more than capable of handling. And so I want you guys to take a minute. This is a reintroduction of a product that people have been waiting for, a product that people lived with, counted on, have been missing, craving, demanding, requesting, you name it. We've been getting dozens and dozens and dozens of requests to bring this product back. So I want everybody to think about who needs to be on this call. As soon as it's over, think about who you need to share it with, and this call will be recorded and it will be shareable within a day or so. But I think that's waiting too long. I think you need to get people who need this product on the phone right now and get them on this call. So again, we're going to give you a minute to do that. I believe that we are right at the top of the hour. And so I want to give you guys 1 minute. Tonight's subject is men's defense. Tonight's subject is a reintroduction, okay, a product back by popular demand. You've heard that before, back by popular demand. So I'm sorry for the funky lighting here. I'll try to fix it. Give me 1 second. And you guys just keep trying to get some more folks on the line. Again, my name's David Sandoval. We're going to be talking about men's defense tonight. And it's a really, really, really important product, obviously for men. So I believe that it could be, that you could be doing somebody a huge favor. And if you're not going to get them on the phone, then at least listen for them, and see if that might not be, this lighting's a little bit better. At least it's not so funky. Anyhow, appreciate everybody who's on the call right now. And I'm hoping we could get several more to ultimately listen to this call. So we have, just another minute or so. I'm going to give it 60 more. And then I'm going to ask that this call be put into record mode. And again, sitting here in my car, obviously. But if I take off this seatbelt, a bell will start ringing. So I'm just going to leave it on. So anyway, thank you all. Thank you all for being with us. My name is David Sandoval, and we're about to put this call into record. Good evening, everybody. My name is David Sandoval. I am one of the founders of Purium. And Purium, as you know, is a combination of words called pure and premium. And we're a transformation company. We're a company that transforms lives, that makes your life better than it was before, that makes your life better than it was before. And that's a big promise. Okay, that's a really big promise. And we keep that promise. And for most people, that promise starts with what we call an ultimate lifestyle transformation. And that ultimate lifestyle transformation, as you know, is just crazy perfect superfoods. Super, super low calorie, super high nutrient, super convenient way to just really, really maximize the nutrition in your life. And that's rocking. But we call that like getting on the right channel. Once you get on that right lane, get in that right lane, that's good. But once you're on the right lane, once you're in the right channel, you want to get rolling. You want to get moving. And so we have what we call Purium Head to Toe. Purium Head to Toe is this belief that we can fine tune our body. We've got products to help regrow your hair. We've got products to regenerate your eyesight. We've got products to regenerate your brain. We've got products to regenerate your joint tissue and help with your flexibility and your recovery from injuries. We've got products to support your heart. We've got products that actually recharge your adrenal glands, okay? And we've got products that literally give you control back over your cravings, okay? And we've got a product that we had for many, many years, but honestly, it wasn't appreciated perhaps as much as we thought it should be. And because the sales weren't justifying keeping it in inventory, we discontinued it. And the minute we did, the complaints started coming in, and they were fast and they were furious. And it's taken us a while, what with COVID detracting us, but we decided that regardless of those challenges, we were going to get this product back into production. Okay, it's a product for men, it's a product for your father, it's a product for your brother, it's a product for your son, perhaps. It's a product for me, you know, who knows? It's a product for all men who are over 40, and that's a lot. And so, you know, with that in mind, I want everybody to stop and realize that when we talk about men's health, okay, there's a lot of things, but what makes men different from other people? Well, it's our prostate. It's the fact that we have a prostate. And, you know, while women have ovaries, we don't. And that's what makes women unique, okay? At least from that biological standpoint. And so for men's issues, this men's defense, a lot of times what men are worried about around their prostate, there's 3 issues. It could be really reduced to 2, but let's just call it 3 issues. There's an enlarged prostate. Okay, that's just a swelling of the prostate. And when you have a swelling of the prostate, well, a lot of times men look like they're having a baby. You ever notice that men have that sort of bulge, like a baby bump? Well, that baby bump, that bulge isn't actually fat. It's actually an enlargement of the prostate. And what causes that? Well, what causes that is inflamed tissue. Inflamed tissue, but also multiplying cells. See, it's actually like a muscle getting bigger. And the problem is that it is in and around other vital organs like your urinary tract, okay? And so because the prostate, when it begins to swell, it can cause issues. Now, medically, there's something called BPH, or benign prostate hyperplastia, or hypoplastia, excuse me. And benign prostate hypoplastia means that there's not cancer, you know, in the prostate, but there is a concern that the enlarged prostate is causing health issues. And let me explain what I mean. See, at the age of around 40 or so, even earlier, some say as early as 25, your prostate begins to grow by 1%. Now remember that it compounds, so the next year when it grows by 1%, you know, it's growing a little bit more and a little bit more, and you know, by the time for most men, by the time you hit 40, your prostate is already enlarged to the point to where it is measurably enlarged. And then it snowballs from there. And it keeps enlarging and enlarging and compounding. Okay? Now, this enlarged prostate could begin to cause some serious health problems. This benign prostate hyperplastia, BPH, could cause you to have hormone changes. Those hormone changes could cause mood changes. They could cause hair loss. They could cause weight fluctuations. And yes, they could cause you to get up multiple times during the night, to have to relieve yourself, to empty your bladder. And these symptoms are not unfamiliar to most men, but it gets worse. That pressure that it puts on your prostate could also cause men to lose sexual function. That's right. They can't maintain, that full force, if you would, as they once could. And so shrinking the prostate and allowing more circulation to that area, increasing that circulation and reducing the proliferation of these cells is vitally important to the health of the prostate. Now, as is typical for Purium, we have reached into ancient cultures with intense knowledge that was obtained not through double-blind clinical studies, but through thousands of years of observation, thousands of years of using these things. And now modern science is looking and saying, wow, these things really, really, really have an impact on the prostate, way more than any drugs that have been developed. So I have looked to science, okay? So this is a scientifically composed blend of herbs. It's a scientifically composed blend of plant extracts. And it helps your body for the unique concerns of men, as I just described. We want to support a healthy prostate. We want to support, better sleep. We want to support healthy hair retention, healthy liver function. That's right, healthy sexual function, all of those things, because those are the signs of a youthful person. And we want to restore the youthful vigor to your life, okay? And Super Life is awesome, but Men's Defense and Super Life together could be like magic. Now, saw palmetto, as you know, what do we call the palmetto state? The palmetto state is Florida. Saw palmetto was used by the Indians, like the Seminole Indians and other Indians from North America. It's called Serenoa ripens, and it's used in several forms. Okay, now traditionally, it was combined with some other things, but what we found is that saw palmetto, for example, pumpkin seeds and nettle, if you combine saw palmetto with pumpkin seeds and nettle, that was the most traditional use for helping men with prostate issues. Well, we find now that saw palmetto actually affects 5-alpha reductase. Now, 5-alpha reductase is also what we could call DHT, a hormone precursor called DHT. Okay, and so it lowers DHT by blocking that precursor to DHT called 5-alpha reductase. Now, it does more than that. It actually blocks the receptor sites. Okay, it blocks the receptor sites that are on the cell membranes that are required to absorb DHT as well. So working in two different ways, reducing 5-alpha reductase, the precursor to DHT, and then blocking the body's ability to use DHT. That's pretty cool. Okay, now remember that this androgenetic and androgenic. Now, androgenetic, that means it runs in your family. And androgenic is when it happens to you. Now, these androgenic effects also increase alopecia, male pattern hair loss, okay? Dihydrotestosterone, DHT, dihydrotestosterone, okay? Now, Native Americans used it, and modern urologists have studied it, and they say that it's very, very promising for impotence, hair loss, meaning male pattern baldness, enlargement of the prostate, benign prostate hyperplasia, and even poor libido and sexual dysfunctions. Not just impotence, which is when you can't have a baby, okay? Many people can have sex but not have a baby. Some people can't have sex. Okay. So again, saw palmetto now combined with other herbs, and I'm going to tell you about, again, the saw palmetto is North American, but from Europe, red clover. Okay. Red clover is going to help the body because it has isoflavones. And the isoflavones are non-soy isoflavones. And if you want to understand why we put that in there, I can't tell you. I would like you to Google red clover extract, isoflavones, and prostate health, and you'll learn some stuff maybe that I can't say because I'm not a doctor. Okay? And let's just say what I can say is it really helps with your gallbladder and your liver and things like that. But the bottom line is, the reason I put it in there is a powerful reason because I believe it's an important herb to have, but you'll have to maybe research that yourself. Now, Pygeum is from Africa, okay, going all the way across the world. It's actually an evergreen tree called Prunus africana, okay? And it grows in the mountains and sort of the lower mountainous regions, okay, in Africa, in Southern Africa. And as early as the 1700s, researchers from Europe started using the traditional remedy that the tribes were using by boiling Pygeum bark, okay? And simply boiling the Pygeum bark and drinking the tea, then they found tremendous relief from prostate issues. Now, it has phytosterols like beta-cysterol, I'm reading here, pentacyclic tripipinoids. Woo, that's a lot. Ursolic and oleonic acids and ferulic esters of fatty alcohols. Woo, that's a lot. Now, we know beta-sitosterol, and that's one I could pronounce, okay? But the bottom line is, when they studied Pygeum, they found a treasure trove, okay? A treasure trove of phytosterols. And just phytosterols are just amazing, okay, for helping your body deal with inflammation, for helping the body deal with circulation, for helping the body deal with the cellular replication. It literally is almost, some might say all you need, but let's face it, the more you get, the better. So I love me some Pygeum, but I wouldn't want it without, you know what I'm saying, without the saw palmetto, and I wouldn't want it without the red clover, and I wouldn't want it without the nettle, because as I said, when you combine certain ingredients, okay, like Pygeum and nettle, they actually are synergistic. They actually increase the potency one to the other, okay? One to the other. And when you add the oils or the compounds, I didn't mean oils, I mean the extracts of pumpkin seed to Pygeum and to nettle, now you've got an even more potent combination. Now, a lot of people have realized that nettle leaf has a lot of applications. I say nettle leaf, and people are going, oh, that's for hay fever. Oh, that's what people take when they have osteoarthritis. Oh, that's what people take when they are worried about, infections and da 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 da. Yeah, that's true. It really is true. It's used for a lot of things, internal bleeding and blah 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 blah. But really, even though you have to sort through a lot of the science, the most impressive use of nettle, okay, the most impressive use of nettle for me is the studies that show that it dramatically reduces men's need to get up and urinate in the middle of the night. For everything else they say about it, that's the thing that caught my attention. Okay, so by reducing the symptoms of prostate enlargement, you increase the quality of life. Now, men over 60 report that they get up to 5 times a night. Imagine if that's reduced to 1, okay, which is rather normal. Even 2 is acceptable, but 5 times a night, that's just too much, okay? Now, the urea and other waste products, okay, prevent fluid retention. So when your body is toxic, so I want to recommend to all men, do a 30, 60, 90-day lifestyle transformation in addition to taking men's defense, because all of that urea and all of that waste and all of that stuff, it really, really impacts your body's ability for water retention. And the reason why is because we have fluid, okay, in our body, and it is sort of the dumping ground for toxins. Our blood will purify itself through our liver and our kidneys. Our lymph fluid, okay, and these other fluids, they take exercise, they take massage, they take things like, well, diuretics, but not powerful ones, gentle diuretics like we have here to eliminate urea and the waste products that prevent fluid retention, and thus allowing your bladder to actually retain more as well. Working on this through multiple things. Now, we've talked about pumpkin seed, whether it be the zinc. Everybody's asking, what's the best source of zinc these days? Best source of zinc. Well, I love pumpkin seeds. You know what I mean? They're a great source of iron and zinc. It's one of the reasons I recommend them, but they've also been traditionally used, also a source of phytosterols, okay? Also a source of phytosterols, also a source of lignans, okay? And so, pumpkin seeds are pretty powerful. And the thing is that, most people think of pumpkin seeds, oh, that's great for parasites and on and on. Pumpkin seeds have so many nice natural, uses, natural source of zinc, like I said, helping reverse anemia, great source of bioavailable iron. But people forget, and also pumpkin seeds, of course, great for parasites. But one of my favorite uses of pumpkin seeds is because of the lignans and the phytosterols, which really help with the prostate. Now, I've talked about ingredients from Europe. I've talked about ingredients from Africa. I've talked about ingredients from North America. I've talked about ingredients from really around the world. But a modern scientific discovery, a carotenoid called lycopene, okay? Lycopene is also going to complement the red clover. Okay, lycopene has been shown in studies to reduce the risk of developing different problems like esophageal, colon, and prostate issues. Okay, now the lycopene works together with the red clover for issue number 3, just to help, to aid, assist, and support the body. We don't cure, we don't treat. Okay, the lycopene and the red clover work for issue number 3. And then all the other products work for issue number 1 and 2. Because issues number 1 and 2 are both having to do with enlargement of the prostate, reduced inflammation, reduced urinary tract flow, and an increase of certain hormones. And so we've taken ingredients from all around the world, okay? Okay, there was a 6-year study by Harvard Medical School and the Harvard School of Public Health, which focused on lycopene's possible role in fighting issues of the prostate, okay? And that research was so promising, I had to put that ingredient in this product, okay? So I drew from the best of modern science. I drew from the best of ancient history. I drew from Africa. I drew from Asia. I drew from Native American Indians. And it was all supported by solid science. Now this product, what could you expect? What could you expect? Well, I think the first thing you're going to expect is that you're not going to get up as many times to use the restroom at night. That's going to happen within days. You're going to notice that you're able to maintain and support that essential male activity, which we discussed earlier. you'll find that it will regain its youthful form, if you would. You're also going to find a reduction in that baby bump. You know what I'm saying? A reduction of that inflammation, a support of anti-inflammatory activities within the body. Increased circulation, reduced inflammation, all of those things are going to lead to a much healthier prostate, a happier, father, son, brother, self, if you are listening, and this is for you. And so, I just want to ask those of you who are listening right now, it looks like we've got a few people, I can't really read the chat because it's pretty small, but, if you can, I see that some people are sharing the links to the thing. We got a blog on men's defense. You can find this on I share Purium. And this is a product I believe that is now in the 3 and then free. If you get it month after month after month, 3 months consecutively, then you should earn enough points to get the 4th month for free, because I want you to use it consistently. I want you to be, bought into this. So thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope that this information was useful to you. If it was, drop me a 3. Let me know that you liked this and I could hear from you. I would appreciate it. If you, if you feel that you'd like more intense single product focuses, drop me a 1, and then I'll try to get more of those as well. So thank you all for participating. Appreciate you. And we'll be back next Wednesday for more of this.